Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, man. We have made it to the Super Bowl. It is now Friday. We are officially 2 days away, and I thought it was time to go and throw a little prediction in. But first thing, before we get into it, let's go ahead and take a look at how we got here. All right, starting off with the New England Patriots, who defeated the Chargers in the first round 16-3. Kind of a doozer. But then we got the New England Patriots versus the Houston Texans. Kind of was a stinker too. But, it wasn't that big of a deal. They had a good defense. C.J. Stroud threw 5 picks. We move on. You get to Denver. A lot of people were complaining about the catch at the end. Was it a catch? Was it not? We don't know. I'm going to say it was the interception based on the fact that that was what the call was. And I can't argue it anymore. And it doesn't seem like anything will ever come out of arguing it. But they made it to the Super Bowl. And now on to the Seahawks side. We got the Seattle Seahawks who beat the 49ers, smacked them. Beat the Rams in a really close game. A game that the Rams kind of blew. I won't lie. They kind of did blow that a little bit. But now that leads us to the Super Bowl versus the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Who's going to be the winner? The Seahawks. Now, could that come back to bite me? Yes. But there's no way on God's green earth that I legitimately could say that I think that the Patriots will be able to win this game. And the only reason why I say that is because this Seattle defense, forget what Sam Darnold can do, and we'll talk about him in 1 second. This defense is absolutely incredible. Led by Witherspoon, they fly around. They are big, heavy hitters too. And one thing that I also want to point out, now I know the 49ers were kind of getting beat up and everything was falling apart, but 6 points. Now 27 points to the Rams. You might be like, well, that's not great. That was pretty good, given the fact that they were able to still come out with a win too. Pretty convincingly, because that last drive was kind of just like basically a Hail Mary. And, two records, which are equal, 14-3, 14-3. One team seeming to have an easier schedule, potentially, making it to the Super Bowl than the other. And honestly, right now, I know the Seattle Seahawks are favored, and I don't know who really is by how much. But if we look at some basic stats here, we got points per game, 3rd, 2nd. Yards per game, 7th, 3rd. Time of possession, 14th, 6th. Total defensive sacks, 47-35. Total defensive interceptions, 18-10. Total turnovers, -3, +3. And now Sam Darnold, that's probably a little bit on him. But honestly, he has not had a turnover in the playoffs, and I think that's something that's really huge. We look at the stats here, 67% on the year, 25 touchdowns, 14 picks. Drake May, 72%, 31, 8 picks. There's not a huge difference here. Now, I will say Drake May's obviously the better quarterback, but who's better here, JSN or Stephon Diggs? You tell me. I think that's a pretty easy question. And, the previous matchup, well, this is way back when, in 2024, but the Seahawks did win. Now, the injury report, let's take a look because I have not looked at all these things here. And it says full participation, full participation, full participation. Active, didn't participate. Active, didn't participate. Seems like everyone is coming into this maybe not healthy, but it seems like we're going to have our people playing. And then we look at our stats here. Some players that I think are going to have the biggest impact. We'll pick 3 from each side first. The biggest thing, though, for Sam Darnold is going to be not turning the ball over. If he throws a pick, they lose the game. Because the biggest thing for me is the Patriots might not seem like they force a ton of turnovers. But when they force them, it always seems like it's just in their territory, like they're going to have a field goal automatically in the red zone. Or it's always like it's going to be in the prime position of the field. So if you give them one, if Kenneth Walker decides to fumble, because Charbonnet is going to be out, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if I'm wrong, check me on that. But Kenneth Walker being in, who did not play bad this year. He's not a bad runner at all. I think he's honestly better than Charbonnet myself, and I think 2 years ago when he was really looking like he was going to go on a tear before his injury. But you can see also 20-plus yard runs, 10 this year. He got very explosive. And that's something that they're going to need because say this Patriots defense, say Gonzalez is able to lock up. And who knows if he's going to go over to the 2 and they're going to double Jackson Smith. But either way, if they're really able to impact him like that, it's going to make a big difference if that running game is going to be able to get going or not. So Kenneth Walker is going to be my real big X factor in this game. And then, of course, I think A.J. Barner is going to be probably not the MVP, but he's probably going to get a touchdown here because it's either going to be him or Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp with 2 touchdowns on the year. But you got to also think, this guy is going to get open. He's Cooper Kupp. I mean, it's not like he's washed up. Like, he's still an elite receiver. And Rashid Shaheed on the special teams. Now, hopefully nothing happens because I saw Brendan Perna roll the wheel and they got cursed. So if they get cursed and they go lose, hey, that's not my fault. If he goes out there tomorrow and fumbles, very possible, not tomorrow but Sunday, very possible because it got cursed. Brendan Perna curse wheel is low-key almost undefeated. It's something that really just scares me. But now, Jake Bobo too, bro. I don't know what Jake Bobo bet on, bro. I wish Jake Bobo would be playing, but I don't know how many times Jake Bobo going to see the field. I'd love to say Jake Bobo going to be an X factor, though, but it does not seem likely. And then going over to the Patriots team, obviously, you see we got Drake May at quarterback. He cannot take those sacks. Those sacks that he had against the Houston Texans, if they would have played anybody, even the Steelers, we would have made them up. We would have capitalized off those penalties more. And the Steelers are not a team to be able to do that. And having almost 5 turnovers and having, 3 fumbles? I can't remember exactly. It's been a minute since the game happened. But, you cannot have that on the year. And that's just something that is super, super, super dangerous. Because imagine if they get the ball in their own. Because if they get a lead early, say they get up 10-0, I don't think this Patriots team's built to be coming back right now. I know they had that big game against the Bills. I know they got the offensive power. But the Seahawks defense ain't no joke, bro. It ain't no joke. From top to bottom, there's nothing that you're going to be able to do that's just going to be able to, start penetrating this defense. You're not going to have a big run game. And now, Rashawn Stevenson is probably going to be the biggest X factor, again, on the run game because, again, if you can get through that front, then you're actually going to be able to open things up a lot. And Drake May's legs, too, 450 yards on the season, that's something that you also have to be able to look at and take advantage of because if he's able to get out, now I don't know how many times this is going to be able to happen because they fly. And Drake May, might not look the type to be able to run very far. And let me just tell you, it could happen. And I don't know if it's going to be very likely, but the biggest X factor on offense is going to be my boy Booty. It's either going to be Booty or it's going to be Hooper. Because I don't know if Hunter Henry's really going to have a big game. Now, I like Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry's been on my fantasy team. He's done some good things in the NFL. But just something about it, I don't know if he's going to be making them clutch plays. Who do I see on this list that's about to make a clutch play? I see Booty with a big play. I can see Diggs making a big play. But Diggs don't seem like he likes to shine in the big games. And he's in the Super Bowl. Lights Too Bright Diggs. That's what I'm going to start calling him. Lights Too Bright Diggs. Because, we all know. We all know. Bro, it's been 6 years. Is it going to change this year? No, I don't think so. By the way, this might seem biased, but I do hate the Patriots, but I really just don't see a way that they could win. Even if you change their logo to the Bills logo with the same team, I don't see how it would be able to happen. Let's see. Where are we going to be able to watch the game at? Perfect. I need NFL Premium, by the way. I need to go get all the next year. I really need to tap in to be able to do film study and stuff because I've never been able to do any of that. And it'd be nice to be able to go through watch all the games and shit. But back to the predictions though. The Seattle Seahawks are going to win this game. I give them the edge on special teams. I give them the edge defensively, and I give them the edge offensively. Now, someone who actually can make a big difference too is the rookie running back Travion Henderson. And he hasn't seen the ball too much in the playoffs. I'm not quite sure why, but another one that would really, that's a 60-yard rushing touchdown. That's something that could really go. And that's something that would impress me a lot if they were able to do. Let's take one more look at the Seattle Seahawks before we hop out of here. My score prediction, though, I will have to say, calling it right now, I'm going to come back to this. It's going to be 28. No. It's going to be 31-21. It's going to be my prediction. I think the Seahawks are going to get the ball. They're going to put it out of reach with like 4 minutes left, and then we're just going to kind of see it fall apart. Now, fuck that. It's going to be 31-28. It's going to be 31-24. 31-24. Patriots are going to have the ball, going to get a touchdown, and Drake May is going to throw an interception to Witherspoon on like a Hail Mary or like a forced play on 4th down and 8. That's exactly what's going to happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what y'all think in the comments of who's going to be able to win this game. I really think it could be a toss-up because it is the Super Bowl. It is the Patriots. It is Mike Verbal, if for all the ones really out there, the OGs, Mike Verbal in the flesh. Let's see if he'll be able to get it done. Now, is it a guarantee? No. But there is a chance. And it should be a pretty good game. So make sure that y'all do leave a like and subscribe. And let me know who y'all pick. And I'll see y'all after the game. Peace.